Hello everyone, this is Tina from Quantum Healing with Tina. I'm a BQH practitioner, spirit releasement therapist, and intuitive empath. And today I'm going to share with you a BQH tandem session we did with Karen and Dana to help bring us some clarity during these times. I know it's been rough for everyone. We're all in this together. Nothing really much has changed for me. I work from home doing sessions. The only thing that's changed is I don't have the kids right now, which is hurting me financially. So there's that uncertainty there. And plus all the information that's coming to us from all angles, within the truther community, in the spiritual community, there's so much out there. Everyone has a different take. Everyone's tapping into the coronavirus and the collective energy to bring forward what they're getting. So we went into this session with the intention of bringing some clarity to kind of weed through all of that and see what's really going on. I think it's important for all of us not to get caught up in all of that information, even if you are, going down the rabbit hole, as I've done. It's important also to shield yourself from those energies when you are researching and looking into information. Set up a barrier around you that you're not going to absorb all those different energies, because everything we come in contact with is energy. So whether you're reading online or watching TV or whatever it is, you're taking on the energy of whatever you're looking at. So we have to be careful. And I've also not been feeling well. I feel like there's this really deep collective purge going on. As a transmuter, I just naturally transmute it physically for the collective and for myself, which I know some of you out there with previous chronic illnesses or even still in chronic illness can feel it so much more, because your body's already in a weakened state. And what's happening is the light is coming in, causing the body to contract in on itself because it feels unsafe. So it causes this contraction in the body and can make us feel these physical symptoms. So we just have to reassure the body that it's safe. It's safe to feel, it's safe to let go. Because the light coming in will help us to release this trauma in our bodies, which is basically what it is. It's the root of some chronic illness. And if we hold the intention of releasing that trauma, or even the virus, like if you have the Epstein-Barr virus or things like that going on, you can hold the intention of releasing that as the light is coming into the planet. All it takes is your intention and your belief that it is going to work. I also feel a deep, old masculine purge, especially because it's on the right side of my body, the masculine side. So I've really been struggling with that the past few weeks, really. And with all the fear coming up in the collective, it's causing that to be transmuted through my body, my physical body, and causing that contraction. So if anyone out there is struggling, I'm just sending you so much love, so much love, and you'll feel the love that comes through in this session. And what our guides always ask us to do is to choose love over fear, and not to get so caught up in the uncertainty of the times, and to trust that what is happening right now is happening for the highest good of all, and we're all going to be okay. I think sometimes we just need to hear that we're all going to be okay. And sometimes things need to collapse to the ground before they can be rebuilt in the new, with the new energy. So I feel like that's what's happening now. It's this collapse of all the old ways, the old structures and belief systems. And it's forcing people to go within, to go inside, like you're actually confined to your home and forced to, and being faced with things that you don't normally have the time to look at. So it's actually a good thing. So I'm not going to say anymore. I'll let the session speak for itself, and I hope you find what you need. I'm sending you so much love during this time, and yeah, I mean, that's all we can do is just focus on the love, stay in our hearts, stay centered, try not to be pulled in so many different directions with the information coming at you from all angles. But also allow for this to be a time of introspection and awakening. Yeah, so that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it brings you some peace and comfort and love. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Mm-hmm. And looking at the earth. Mm-hmm. And they're like two earths. They're kind of like portions of it are like intertwining. Mm-hmm. Where it's actual physical earth and then the ascended earth next to it. Like they're trying to align. Mm. Anything else? I don't know, I like watching it from where I am. I feel like I'm home again, but I'm just like sitting and looking out. Mm-hmm. Where do you feel like?
I feel so much peace also wherever I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the first time I feel like really like I'm not in like feeling what I feel every day at work or around me. Like when I wake up in the morning, that anxiety. Mm-hmm. Where do you feel like you are? I'm somewhere out there in space somewhere. Mm-hmm. I guess just being able to get myself physically out of it and observing it as opposed to like feeling it and being in it myself. Yeah. Do you want me to keep going and see what happens, or do you want to explore from here? Well, I've been sitting here for a while. It's just I was kind of like seeing if anything else was coming from that. But I think I think the purpose of that was for me to just get out of it and feel this peaceful energy. Yeah. Because it's been heavy, really, really heavy. Yeah, I'm feeling that peaceful energy too. It's really calm. How are you feeling, Tena?
Super relaxed.
Yeah. I don't want to go back. I'm just watching. That's why I saw this from like when we were doing the heart like in mind coherence, whatever. Like it was just I was already there. Yeah. I was like, okay, just keep talking because then I could sit in this feeling for a little while because I get spurts of feeling like this at times, like during the chaos, but it doesn't last. It goes. And this is the longest I've held it.
It's like a bubble. It's like I'm in a bubble and it's my own bubble of peace or something. There's no distortions, there's no confusion. It's like almost feeling this, you realize how much anxiety there still is daily without even thinking it's anxiety, you know, like it's normal. But in this feeling, it's like, no, that's not normal, you know, this is normal. This
Yeah.
is that peace, you know.
Mm.
Feels very safe, yeah. And
Yeah.
balanced.
Safety, yeah.
Yeah, safety. I also saw when you were talking, I saw a green snake, like a huge green snake, and she was also there. She came, I don't know, healing or Gaia even. It's also a green snake.
Hmm. Did she say anything?
She just kind of came down from above, and she went down, and she just looked at me. And she's like, I'm here, you know, I'm here for healing. So
Mm.
Even
Beautiful.
snakes need to heal. We're all like,
You mean she's here to help us heal?
she's here to help us here. Yeah, she's like, I'm here to heal you. So, but she feels like, you know, Gaia has a form of a green snake, and it feels like this is Gaia, um,
Mm.
that form, because the snake is the healer for me.
probably her own Kundalini energy,
Yeah, probably it's herself. Yeah,
trying to heal her own chakras.
yeah.
Beautiful. So what are we seeing here with the physical earth and the ascended earth? What's happening?
I feel like there's like a little portion of them that are like kind of overlapping. Like it's on the cusp, like it's coming almost to make like a full eclipse.
Mm.
Like it's starting to eclipse together. More people are waking up. And
It's like emerging.
yeah, it's starting to like merge. Like our energy is allowing this merging to happen. And the healing that we're all doing individually and for everybody is also raising the vibration. So it's starting to move into its ascended self as we are too. And right now it's like I'm seeing like you know, like these muscular people like kind of like pulling like the rest of the collective that's still in fear, you know, the
Yeah.
dark side, like the toilet paper hoarders, like those people. And we're kind of pulling them in the direction that they need to go, like drop your toilet paper, we've got to go this way, like let's see past the fear. Like there's another
There's a shift in the focus. That's
yeah,
when like your
yeah,
focus.
because the focuses are two different directions, like one's going that way, the other one's looking the other way, like where they want us to look, they want us to be in fear, so that's how they can control all of us. But the ones that are awake know that we have to look somewhere else, we got to look in the other direction. And so we're trying to kind of clear out their stuff and bring them this way.
Yeah.
So is that why so many of us feel scattered and uneasy?
Yes.
And
yeah,
I
because
was
we're
just
back
about
and
to
forth,
say
because
that.
there's
It's
part
not
of
even
us, yeah, there's part of us that fall back into the old paradigm because
we're in
even
between.
ourselves, yeah, we're like kind of in between because we're just like, is this like dangerous, or am I like not taking this too seriously? So we kind of fall into that doubt category.
Mhm.
Like, and then after that we go back into the truth or fall back into our own truth, and then we go back to the other direction. So it's like there's a push and pull thing. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Dana?
exactly what the question that you asked. I was gonna say right before, like this, the anxiety that we feel, and all of these other feelings that are painful sometimes. It's not even ours. It's because we're in such a density here, you know, on Earth, right, with everyone, that we just get influenced by these energies. But it's
Yeah,
not a.
it is subtle because like even for me in my own personal thing, like I feel like I internalize it, so I automatically think it's me, when partially it could be me too, but there's more of an influence there that's making me, you know, like take the responsibility. like as if like there's something again wrong with me.
But
Mhm.
because these energy fields of anxiety are so big, that's why we feel it like that right now. And there's more people around us in fear than in peace.
Yeah.
So we pick up instantly on these fears. But it goes vice versa because these people pick up on our peace as well.
Yes.
Then helps them shift into more peace, even if they're not aware of it. They feel it.
Mm. So, what can we do to ease that anxiety?
I feel like it's just a constant presence in our own love and truth. That's the only way that we could anchor the rest. Like Jenna was saying, like we have to hold it and kind of like sweep out the rest that's around us.
Mm-hmm.
Because then
And
they'll follow, like we can't fall into their, we have to be anchored on our own and steady there.
and also expand. I'm seeing us expand our light instead of when we
Keeping
feel that anxiety, instead of making it smaller, which we naturally tend to do because we want to protect us from this fear and anxiety, so we make it smaller. But
Mhm.
instead, when we feel anxious, we should make that light, our heart space, even bigger. So make it go outwards and give more of that light instead of holding back, which we tend to do because it feels more natural in this dense energy to do that. But when we fear, we need to expand more.
Mm. I know that can be really difficult to do because the instinct is
Yeah.
to shrink down and become small.
Yes, to adjust, adapt, and to fall into an order and to fit in with others, but it doesn't work for us.
Yeah. So for people like us, would we be like in between 3D and 5D? Is that why we feel like we hold a 5D consciousness, but we're also here like helping pull the 3D
Yeah.
people up?
It's like where, you see, like when I was seeing like the overlap,
Mm-hmm.
like anchors in the overlap.
We go back and forth.
Right.
Like we feel amazing, and then we fall back and feeling tired and drained. And
Yeah.
then we switch back and we go back and feeling really good and seeing a higher perspective and then falling into it again. But it's the energies pulling in and pulling out and pulling in, and each time we get pulled in, we release something that doesn't serve
Yeah.
us.
And then it shifts more into
Shifts
the
more.
yeah.
Is there any way we can remain more steady instead of being pulled back and forth all the time?
I think just mindfulness of our energy and staying in love and truth, and also holding that compassion and patience for the shift.
Yes, there's not much we can physically do about it because what is affected is our body, not really our awareness. It's our body that's responding to this energy.
Yeah, it's
The
really hard.
awareness. Yeah, awareness.
So is this what's happening with my body right now?
Yes, your body has more difficulty adjusting to these energies.
Why is that? Can you see anything about why my body has more difficulty?
I'm feeling it's like the old
Mm.
association with your illness. You're
Mhm.
falling back into that fear of being ill again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're holding on to something that is old or something that you knew before. So that was the way it was, your body before. It was sick. And now it's like, oh, but can I trust it to fully let it go? And how do I know for sure it's gonna go away?
Mm.
So your body's there's a fear of letting go of that old.
Yeah, it's like you have to also learn to, communicate with your own body to ensure its safety too. That it's not sick. We're not falling back into that old story, like because I think it's that fear that it's getting sick again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
And
also like the light is taking you so hard. I see it affecting your body and your body is going into fear.
Say that again.
That the light that
The
is
light.
coming in, yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming hard into your body, and it's like your body is going into fear, and then it gets sick from it because it doesn't understand
yeah, it doesn't
what's
understand
really
what's happening.
happening.
It's just going back to old thoughts of what it knew.
Yeah. So it's good for
Old
you
memories.
to talk to your body and to reassure and say what's really happening, and that you're, instead of getting sick, you're actually getting better and releasing it all, because it's thinking that it's under attack or something. It's
Yeah, it's getting
like your
sick.
cells are
And
freaking out and they're like, no, 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 I don't want this light. It's going to hurt me. But
Right. Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
other way. Your
Yeah.
body's like a child and it doesn't understand what's happening.
yeah, not understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. That feels very true because it's so used to protecting itself.
Yeah,
Yes, it's like I have to fend for myself. I have to fight and fight and fight, but
Mm.
yeah.
it doesn't have to fight
And
now.
then it's overworking itself, fighting. So that's why it's getting tired and tired when it's not
Like
surrendering. Doesn't
I
understand.
your arms are going up, like, like defense kind of thing.
Mhm.
In defense.
Yeah. All right. What does the collective need to know right now?
Everything is temporary.
And they're safe. They're safe. There's nothing they have to do. There's a plan for everything that's happening. Even these emotions. They're just temporary, like Karen said, temporary. It's changing. There's
Yeah,
nothing to feel. Like your body
yeah.
doesn't need to change.
Continuously evolving. And
Yes.
I feel people are not used to that kind of evolution. They're so stuck in their routines and conditioning, and we're being forced to evolve.
Yeah.
And they don't
Growing.
know.
They're
They take it.
growing.
Say that again, Dana.
They're growing pains.
Growing pains. So what is the plan? Everyone's asking that question. What is the plan that we're supposed to be trusting right now?
Fucking freedom. Free from the
Freedom through awareness. It's like people are now blind. They can't see. And vision is being opened. The truth, freedom, peace.
yeah, all their shit's being questioned.
Yeah. The whole limited belief of what we're here to do is being completely overthrown right now. so that people can really see what life is about. It's not about enslaving and working and being chained, because I'm seeing chains on people's legs. Everyone is chained. Somehow they feel stuck. Every single person on this planet feels stuck in a role.
Being the chains, like where we're pulling the others that are looking the other way and we're pulling them that way. Like we're connected and we're just pulling the chains to come with us.
Most people don't even realize that they're chained. Do you think this pandemic, quote unquote, is a wake-up call for them?
Well, it's waking up a lot of people more and more.
They're faced with their own emotions. That's what I'm saying. Like, people tend to just do without thinking and just doing their routine and just going on and on and on. And now they're just faced with the things that really matter, and they start freaking out because they're afraid of losing everything.
Yeah, because even the fear is like serving a purpose. It's just like when they didn't realize how free they were until the freedom was taken.
Yeah. And now everyone, the fear is because everyone thinks they're gonna lose everything, just physically people, but also material world,
Right?
their
They're
money,
getting material,
their whole, yeah.
but it's not important.
So it's kind of like being stripped down and having to face like what is important to you in life.
Yes.
If
It's
you
like
take,
the foundation is being taken up, and now they have to see what's really left from that, what really matters.
Are there any anything to say to those people who are feeling that right now, that shake up? Words of wisdom.
I'm just seeing foundation that's being broken. The old tall buildings, the cold buildings, are just coming to the ground. And after that, I'm seeing earth, and I'm seeing flowers, and I'm seeing trees growing. I'm seeing fruits, and I'm seeing so much richdom and so much potential for these people. It's like they're gonna receive so much more than they ever could imagine having, because they will know and they will feel that happiness, that fullness of life.
The material world collapsing, and they have no choice.
Yes, I see it too. Yeah. I see like factories, and I'm seeing like this gray mass, and it's just completely being ruined. And then instead, I'm seeing a new world full of green. It's beautiful. That's what's coming.
Amazing. Do you get anything on the timeline of this this new way of being?
I'm not getting a specific timeline, but I feel like it's slowly going in that direction with the collapse of the economy. People are to understand that we're all in it together, whether they have more or not than their neighbor. We're all suffering together in that, and we'll have to rise together, start again, clean slate.
Clean slate. And when you say that, I'm seeing people like holding hands, like the whole world, and everyone is just like holding hands.
Oh,
that's what's gonna get us through this. Not there's nothing to worry because we have each other to pull through. And the ones that are in charge of this whole fear orchestra, whatever they're doing, they won't even stand a chance because they don't have that unity. They don't work like that, but we do. This is why we're pulling everyone in our direction to hold hands. But I don't see a timeline. I feel like it's gonna happen gradually, and it's already happening. And it's just like these are the first steps towards it. Like the big fall has not happened yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, a lot of people are questioning the realities, the what ifs.
What if there's a lot of people that were not awake before that are now really questioning us, like who is telling the truth here? Because you know they might think people are stupid, but they're starting to see all this information and that it's not adding up to what they're saying.
So they're starting to awaken to some of the truths out there that things aren't as they seem.
Yes, there's already a first wave of awakenings that are already happening right now. And there's going to be more. The worse it gets, the more challenging it gets, the more people will even more awaken.
Yeah, the levels of awakening are happening.
Yeah.
Are the governments going to come forward at some point and actually tell people the truth of what's been going on?
I think people are going to be able to come to their own conclusions of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
They
see
don't want to. They don't want
government
to see.
really speaking, because I feel like even in the levels of government, the ones at the bottom of the government don't even know what the hell's happening either.
No. This is not, the government is not aware of things because they are, like Karen says, at the bottom of things as well. They are just following the mass.
Do you get any information on Q and the validity of the Q movement?
I'm seeing the earth and I'm seeing like many agendas, a lot of agendas. And I think depending on your level of where you are, like in the layered cake, there's an agenda. So, ultimately, people are being guided or, controlled by the fear aspect. So they know that they have a population that they control through this fear. So there's an agenda that they can control these masses based on this, and then there's another agenda here. Like it really depends where you are on this tier. But there's like an agenda of an agenda, like.
Right. That's what I've been feeling so much lately. Like there's just so many layers to what's happening.
Yeah. Like there's an agenda now of vaccinations, and there's an agenda over here of, the economy, and then there's an agenda over here on whatever. It's whatever the darkness. Like there's still someone up there that's still trying to control the map, like the population, the collective. Still trying to puppet.
To pinpoint like an origin, or it's hard to pinpoint anything because it's so spread out over the world. And I'm seeing like some people that we think that are not good, or that we think that are doing some things wrong, are not wrong at all, and it's
all
a mess. Yeah, it's just so there's so much.
Whoever's puppeteering at the top is controlling what we see.
What they want us to see.
Yeah, manipulating what we need to see. So it's very one-sided.
Right. Yeah, it's very difficult to weed through and find actual truth in the world right now.
Yeah, it will fall. Like, it will be an effect once one thing falls, once people see it, and something else will click for them. That will fall. Next thing will fall, and it will just keep on falling.
Yeah, so what we're seeing right now is the beginning of that collapsing of all of those systems and agendas collapsing. Is that
Because
true?
all the people need to take their power back because we're pretty much the majority. All the regular folk around the world are the majority.
Right.
So we all fall into our power. They have no power up there.
No, they think they're controlling us, but that's not what's really happening. But it's the only way they know to do it, so they're expecting different outcomes, but this is not how it's going to turn out.
Right, because the people are awakening right now. And
Yeah, they're underestimating how much light there already is on this planet.
right. Yeah. I feel like that maybe was part of what even sparked this virus. It was like their last stitch attempt to, create fear and panic across the world. But it actually ended up backfiring because it brought everyone together and kind of started this even bigger awakening.
Yes, they know. They know that they're seeing that it's spreading not the way that they want it to. They're noticing it now and not going in the direction that they hoped it to be.
They were banking on fear because it worked in the past, but now there's too many people that are woke.
Yes. They did
Right.
not expect that.
And
They
that
feel
light we're holding, we're waking up other people just by our own clearing and healing and opening that space. Safety. Spreading the word of trusting. And it's okay. It's sinking in on some level for people.
Yeah.
Yes, but the fear was necessary for people to wake up as well. Because
Right.
if
It all
people
plays a
don't
role.
get shaken up, they're not going to do anything.
Right.
People need to feel, yeah. People need to feel some kind of emotion first before they can start responding. And so this is a good thing because right now the whole world is responding, so they don't stand a chance when everyone stands up.
Right. The forced isolation is making them have to reflect.
Mm-hmm. Right, because they never really get a chance. They're just constantly on the go and working and.
Yes, they are missing the point.
Right.
Now they're seeing what really is the point, why they were working for and what they're really doing, and that it's really all there without them having to do anything. Just stand still, and people are becoming more aware of this simple truth.
And plus the amount of fear that's coming up, it's so out there that it's so superficial now. It's coming out to the light.
Yes.
Yeah.
The deep fears inside are coming out.
Yes. The deep collective fears that everyone was carrying it's like now it's done. Now it has to go out, and you have to see it, and you have to feel it, so that it can really.
So how do we get through this fear and uncertainty?
Again, just we can only do our own part and be solid in that. And just hold a lot of compassion.
Compassion, yes, and just be that example for others. That's that solid feeling, that be that anchor for others. Show others that there can be peace, that even when there is such fear, that it's still possible to remain calm.
Yeah.
And have compassion and have understanding for everything that is happening. To have that balanced energy, just be that energy, so that others can have that hope that it is possible and not everything is lost.
So how can we help to raise the vibration? I know you just said a lot right there. Will that help us to raise the vibration of the planet?
That will help us, and I'm also sensing to just have joy, just have fun, and that immediately also lifts the spirits and energy. If you just, for example, in your apartment, turn on the music, start dancing, having fun, laughing, that energy goes down to all the other apartments, to all the building. It just spreads, and everyone is feeling it. This is how you raise the vibration.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a surrender too.
Mm-hmm.
You have to surrender.
Yeah. Um. What beings can we call on to help us at this time?
I think any benevolent being of light that you resonate with, or whoever you want to call upon, they're all waiting. They're all waiting to help us, to assist.
They're all waiting, and they're all already here too. So you just have to think about it. Anyone that you want, and they're there.
Yeah, I know they must be close by right now with everything going on the planet. This is what they've been waiting for.
Yes, and yes, the alien ships, and they're very close to Earth, and they're also doing their part on helping to raise the vibration and to pull people through and to give peace. They're very close. A lot of them.
Yeah, they're here for this grand event.
This is what they've been waiting for.
So is this part of the event we've been hearing about?
This is a really big one.
Yes, this is, yes.
Where everybody is affected. Practically every country is affected.
There's not one person that is not feeling it. Everyone is feeling this. And also everyone is feeling change. Maybe they don't know how to put it into words, but even those are not aware are feeling a change. It's just that some are fearing it. There's nothing to fear.
Do you get anything on the potential for 10 days of darkness?
I'm getting that if that's what you want to be your reality, then that can be your reality.
Like
people in it already.
Like a media, I mean like a media blackout. Like, will they shut down?
Potential. If it needs to go that way, like to that direction, they'll take a picture.
It's like there's timelines. I'm sensing timelines. And it can go that way, but I'm seeing that it can go different ways, and it all really depends on each day how the collective is feeling and which direction it's going.
Right. Yeah, if it needs to go there, it will. If it doesn't need to, it won't.
Yeah.
Right.
Depending on what we choose as a collective. But it's not like it's set. This is going to happen. There is a goal that we're working towards, and that will happen. How we get there is not decided yet. We get to choose this as we go along.
So what is the goal we're working toward?
Again, freedom.
Freedom. All of the structures.
Everything, all the conditions.
The matrix.
The whole matrix is going to collapse.
Yeah.
Complete freedom.
Like I'm seeing all these buildings again, and they collapse. This huge gray mass. Lifeless. There's nothing there.
Wow. So freedom from all the control structures that are in place right now.
Yes.
I think, yeah, I think people are most worried about the financial instability that is the root of their safety. So how do you get any information on what that's going to look like?
I think because majority of the population we're all in the same boat with this money stuff, that they can't discriminate over that. They have to be able to provide. Everybody has to. I think they're trying to work against, people being homeless or living in that fear that can they feed their families or will they have a job? I think it's a restructuring of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling exactly the same thing, and it's like we're all in the same boat. So even if one of us can't pay, then the whole country can't pay for their bills.
Right.
And
Everybody is interconnected in the monetary system.
so they won't have an option, then we don't pay. That's it.
They have to give us equal opportunity, whether
Yes.
you have money in your mattress or not.
Do you have money in your mattress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting my income tax return soon, so I'm gonna cash that, put that in my mattress.
So, did I ask this question already? What is the purpose of the coronavirus?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
the theme.
That's
Theme
the
of the
theme.
day.
It's for the greater of bridging to freedom. Like it has its own like multi-layered purpose.
Yes.
Where everybody is being scared, forced to be scared, forced to be in fear, forced to question everything, but then in that isolation, it's bringing out real stuff, things that they have to face in their worst case scenario type of situations.
Mm-hmm.
Coming into perspective of what really matters to them or what really should matter.
We're also seeing that the government and everyone that people rely on, it's really nothing. They can't rely on the government because they can't even control anything themselves. So there are people starting to see like what is it that the government is really doing for us and how are they handling it. And we're seeing that these structures that are built to protect are not there to protect at all.
Right.
It's questioning the reality.
Yes,
everything.
Yeah, because the government will not be able to keep it up to pay people and to give them money to pay for their mortgages, to pay if they keep them in lockdown for 6 months or 4 months or however long that they want to. They will have to come and help these people, but they can't. It's too much. So this is going to make people question too.
Mm-hmm. It's going to make them question, like, what is the government really doing for us?
Yes. How are they really helping us in these times of need?
Right.
While they are forcing us to stay at home and not being able to work. Who will provide for us now?
It's bringing out old paradigms. And for this collective consciousness, it's because we understand that fear, but now it's like the cleanse and purging of our own toxic masculine and feminine stuff. Like it's on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're cleansing.
The part where we've always been dependent on, relying on, feeding on the old masculine, the old feminine. That's all going away also collectively and globally. This whole matrix, this whole system is just crumbling.
Mm. Okay. I think it would be a good time to go to the Angel Clubhouse. Okay. We're going to go to the Angel Clubhouse.
I need a pee break.
Okay. Take a deep breath. I just want to be clear before we move on to the Angel Clubhouse. What do you see for the future of humanity after all of the collapsing is said and done of the old structures?
I don't see any more enslavement.
I'm seeing people happy.
Mm.
I'm seeing people happy in what they do, not being forced to do something they're not don't want to do. The work that they do is because completely and out of their own free will, not for money.
Yeah, they're coming back to their own passion.
Yeah.
Because there's no like they don't have to rely anymore on, like the focus is not on monetary like debt and things. Like people are given the opportunity to express themselves through their authentic selves, their heart.
Yeah. They will just be whoever they be. I'm just seeing a lot of people smiling and happy, doing what they love to do. There's much less judgment also because of that.
Beautiful. That sounds amazing. So is this the new Earth?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's when eclipse happens.
It's also going to happen gradually. It's going to have to go step by step and build itself up, and people will have to find their way in how to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be a process because people are still very conditioned.
Very conditioned. But after this crisis, they will know that things need to start being different. Yeah.
So it's going to be a gradual process.
It's going to be step by step. It's like, when you have to start over again and you have this ground, so you have to plant the seed and then you have to water it and make it grow. This is how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Finding a way.
They're not ready to accept what that is right now because they're still being blocked by that by the monetary world.
Right now, they're very much in a survival mode.
Yes.
Very much thinking, what if we're going to lose this? What do we need to do to save all that we have? Their state of mind is too focused on the lack than the possibilities that they have to change into what they really want.
So will this be happening for everyone? Like, will everyone be able to create that reality for themselves?
Later outcome, yes. When it's normalized. Like, when I ask that question, what's your dream job? That's what's going to happen.
Because some people say like there's going to be a split like between 3D and 5D and both are going to exist at the same time, but there won't be much interaction between the two.
Ascension will happen. It's happening. But it's gonna happen gradually. Some people are not.
Where there's no interaction between 5 and 3. I think that's the middle part. Eventually they're gonna catch up. Some people are just a little delayed. They're gonna catch up.
What were you saying, Dana?
Yeah, it's like in this period, there's still separation. There's still group that goes like, yes, we're going to go, and there's still a group that goes, huh, should we? But in the end, the majority is the one that will pull them in. The energy that is bigger is just gonna, that's how it's going to be, but in time, not soon.
Because the waking up process is going to be inevitable, that they're going to see the freedom on the 5 that they're going to want to follow.
Yeah.
The natural pull.
Yeah. Because the higher vibration is going to pull them into.
There'll be more of that, so they will feel it too. They cannot not feel it. Even right now, we're feeling the density of the third dimension because we're in 5E in our awareness. We're still in feeling the density, and it's going to be like that for them too. Every time they're near a higher vibration, they're going to feel peaceful. So they cannot not follow that if it feels good.
Right. Okay, great.